One of the things that held me back a lot was this fear of being seen. I didn't want to put myself out there. I didn't want to put my art out there, that vulnerability that comes with, was that paint? Today, I am going to tell you about the biggest thing that is holding you back. I know it's holding you back because it's what held me back, and it's what holds back most creatives from pursuing their dream, from living the creative life that they know that they can live. That vulnerability that comes with putting your art out there, right? Because we put so much of ourselves and our emotion into our pieces or into our this creative outlet, that when we have this fear of when we put it out in the world that we're going to get criticized, or we're going to get judged, or people are going to think we're cringe. And I know I feel and I felt all those things. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to get past it. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to get started and how you're going to overcome these fears so you can get on your way to becoming the artist and the creative that you deserve to be. Number one is you need to expect that your first YouTube video, your first Instagram video, your first post, whatever platform you're on, it's going to be crap. You're going to suck. You're going to hate it. You're going to feel cringe. You're going to feel like you shouldn't be there. You're going to feel like an imposter. But it is so important that you do it anyway. That is the message. That is what I need you to do, okay? While I'm giving you the next tips, I'm going to go into how I'm going to fix this. So I'm working on a piece today. I don't know if you just saw, but I have had a very big boo-boo over here. It's not good. I left it overnight. I should have laid it down and I didn't. So now I'm having to clean that up today. It's just not a great situation to be in because this needs to be ready by Friday. What's actually happened is my texture has actually bled through because it's so thick, and it's actually fallen, and it's happened here as well. Look at this. Oh my God. I actually don't even know how I'm going to fix this at this point, but that's what we're dealing with. So let's try and fix it. So in desperate need of a coffee. I just want a coffee so bad, but I need this device to pay for it. How am I going to do that when I'm filming? Is my mic still on? I'm going to get a palette knife. And I'm going to try and scrape what I can off. Can you see? Yeah. So it's still, I'm gonna scrape in the direction of the texture. Okay, so I'm gonna go over that with the same color. So that's gonna be covered, so that's all good. It's like this dark gray. So I'm gonna go get that. This hasn't fully dried. That's okay. We just want to cover that little boo-boo so that we're going in the same sort of motion as the other texture there. Because we want it to look uniformed in an abstract way, of course. So I know it's looking very gray. That's shit. Okay. What you're going to feel like is that no one's watching your posts. No one is liking it. No one's engaging with it. It is so important that you do not let that stop you. But you have to have the expectation that your first 100 reels are probably gonna suck. But you have to get through that sucky stage in order to get to your peak. So when you start to when you move out of that novice stage, then you are at intermediate. So you've done your first 100 reels, and I think that's what the key is here. You've done your first 100 posts, reels, shorts, videos, and you have been through the trenches. You've gone through the ups and downs, and you know what to expect. You know what your audience likes. You know what they react to. So it is so, I can't explain to you how important it is for you to move through those phases of the trenches and then into your intermediate stage, into I know what I'm doing. And that's gonna take a long time, but that's why you have to get started now. It's so important. So when I first started, I was basically just copying what other people that I liked were doing, because that's what we do, right? And a lot of artists find a lot of success with that. What I would say to do is to look at your favorite artists, look at what they're doing, and work out what you like and how you can turn it into your own style and play with that. So the second thing I'm going to tell you to do is try and practice what you're going to say and what you're going to do and put your own style on it. So find a creator that you really like and you like their content, you like what they're doing, and study you like about them. So that could be studying their art, it could be studying their reels. And so for me, what I did was I was studying reels. I would study every single thing about the reels that I like. So I found like my top 10 creators and I studied every single thing from the length of the reel or the video, to the audio, to the voiceover, to the cadence, the overall tone and feel, to what they had in their backgrounds, the types of colors that they used, they used filters, whether they were storytelling, whether they were doing B-roll, and I studied every single element. And then what I did was I pinpointed where I could inject my own style into that. So for example, if I liked a storytelling reel and it was from an artist who is living in New York City and she's telling a story about how she makes pottery, I would look at that and go, okay, I'm living in Melbourne by the beach. I'm also a mother. I also, do my daily trips to the art shop, and I have this other life that I can bring into this reel. And I can do it from my perspective with my voice. So I'm using the idea and I'm using the concept of how they've executed their idea, but I'm doing it in my own style. That's very important. And I know I go on about this a lot, but it is so important. So that's the second thing, is find a creator who you like and has a proven formula that works, and emulate their style and use your own unique point of view to execute that same concept. So whether it be, as I said, I keep going over this because there's so many different ways that you can get your art out there and get yourself and your brand out there. 1 second. So I'm gonna go over this like that, because this part is predominantly white. See what I'm doing? This has a bit of green on it, but I'm a type B, so I just leave it there. So I'm just trying to get that same sort of direction. Trying to make it as smooth as possible. I'm very bad at multitasking, if you haven't noticed. Like while I'm working on this, I'm finding it hard to talk. Okay. So now we're gonna do this bit, but I need to mix up some gray. There we go. So I've covered that. Okay. It's added a bit of extra texture, which I'm actually not hating. Oh, fuck. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add some black in the middle here. So I'm gonna get onto doing that right now. So we've got our black paint. I'm gonna start with the black paint now. So basically, those two things are gonna help you get started. The third thing is, which actually should be first, I want you, number 3, to decide on what platform you want to use and just stick to one and make a page. That's what I want you to do. Whether it be TikTok or whether it be Instagram or YouTube, could be Facebook. And so pick one and start the page. Name the page whatever you want it to be, Rebecca's Art or David's Studio or whatever you want it to be. And start that page. That's the first thing, because once the page is there, that's like half of the work done, because then all you have to do is jump on and start posting, right? So if you know that half the work is done, it makes everything so much easier, just mentally knowing that the only thing you have left to do is create the content. So just start the page, no matter what your craft is, no matter if you are into pottery, if you are playing the piano, knitting or sewing or singing or whatever, make the page. I'm telling you, this is going to make you feel like you've accomplished something, and it's going to make you feel like your idea has come to life, like you have put your idea out there. These are just the 3 things. Whatever order you do them in, it doesn't matter, okay? Let's start doing our black. We're moving from the inside outwards, okay? So I've got my big bucket here, and it's just full of black, medium, and paint. And so we are gonna get going. I think I might need a trolley. All right, the 4th and final thing that you need to do, not being able to start and not being able to post and not being able to put yourself out there. I get it because I go through it every day. I obviously went through it a lot when I first started and gained the confidence, but to be honest with you, I think it's really, really important to know that you don't ever grow out of that. That is just something that is just always with you, especially if you're always leveling up, like you're always improving, right? So the reason that you feel like you are an imposter or you feel like you don't belong somewhere because you have some type of limiting belief about yourself, like you're not good enough, or you haven't had the right education in art or music or whatever. That is in the back of our minds, and it often makes us think that we're not worthy of putting ourselves out there and making people see us, or maybe it's a reason for people not to like us or to say something negative about us. But the truth of the matter is, what I'm going to say is something that most people don't realize, but people that you see doing the most, successful, people that you look up to, people that have, made it in your eyes, whatever that might entail, they still feel these things. It's not that they don't feel it. It's not like they have just become so confident and they've just let go of every human insecurity and fear that we naturally have as humans. They do it anyway. That's the difference between those people and the people that don't take the action, because they let that fear get the better of them. So they have the limiting beliefs, they have the imposter syndrome, they have the lack of confidence sometimes, especially when they're moving into territories that might be uncharted for them. They have those, they just do it anyway. And that is why a lot of the time in business and in life, it really comes down to the person that has the most amount, excuse my language, but it's the person that has the balls to do it. It's not the smartest person, it's not the richest person, it's not the most privileged person, it's none of those things. It's the person that has the guts, the grit. Okay. So that's what we need to understand. And once we understand that, you think, oh my God, this feeling is just going to follow me for the rest of my journey or my career. It becomes easier to manage as you gain more experience and wisdom, and of course you gain more confidence and you get better at things and you see yourself doing better and getting better and becoming more experienced and knowledgeable. So it allows you to push yourself forward and keep leveling up. But understand that no one is magically given these qualities. They're worked for, and then they end up being the difference of you being on this journey and moving forward and improving and, turning your business into a, whatever it might be, from a 5-figure business to a 6-figure business, and doing X amount of pieces and getting this many clients and this many exhibitions. And that's the difference, right? It's really important that we acknowledge that and that we know that, and that allows us to move forward. So those are my 4 things that are going to get you to start. It's going to get you to do probably something that you've had in your mind for a while, but you feel like, you have these things that are stopping you. And so looking at so many of the students in my courses who have stepped out of their comfort zone and have gone for it and have stopped worrying about what other people think and about their own insecurities, and really channeling into that creativity and leaving everything else at the door and allowing themselves to really embrace something that could really change their life. Because at the end of the day, when you let all of these things in the way of your happiness and something that could be so beautiful and a really fulfilling life and career, all of a sudden, all those things that you worry about, they just seem so insignificant and so far away and irrelevant. When I look at the life that I have now and what I'm doing for my family and for me and the joy that I get out of this really blessed life that I've created, I think, imagine I let a few silly insecurities or a few people who I was worried about their opinions, imagine I let that in the way of all of this. You know, like, I've managed to do so much, and I felt unsure, and I felt cringe at times, and I felt like I was putting myself out there and really vulnerable, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it, okay? And I cannot stress to you how important it is that you work on these things, get yourselves out there, get your pages going, get all of those moving parts started, because once you do that, I need to get on this like angle to do this one shape, and I just can't do it unless I'm on the angle. It's really weird. I just need to be on this angle. Oh, that's better. It was just not working. Okay. So, when you realize your potential and you realize how much your life can change, like so many of my students in our community, some of them have just been doing this as a hobby for a few years, and they've started doing my courses, and they have ended up having their pieces put in, commercial properties like dental clinics and universities, and they're on the wall. Their pieces are on the walls. Like, for an artist, that is like one of the most amazing feelings, knowing that your piece is in somebody's space. People are walking past a piece that you created in your kitchen, or, you know, it's just such a wonderful feeling, and you deserve that. And I will teach you how to do that. I will teach you my craft. I will teach you exactly what I do. And I will also teach you how to get yourself out there, how to overcome these limiting beliefs, how to grow your business and become the artist that you truly deserve to be. There's things in your journey that you will come up against and you'll feel stuck. I have a community of online artists, and we are very supportive of each other, and this is completely free. When you join and enroll into my courses, you get access to this private community. You can post in there whenever you want. You can share your ideas. You can ask advice from myself. I'm very active on there. And so it's such a great community. I love it so much. And I'm so happy that I started it, because I know what it was like for me when I first started. I was very much isolated. Nobody really understood what I was trying to build and what I was trying to do. So having a community like this of other like-minded artists, it really is the difference of feeling supported and really helping you through those roadblocks that you face, and the difference between quitting or not starting it at all. So I will pop the link down below if you want to peruse my courses and look at what I have to offer, and really become part of a community where you're appreciated and you can get the support that you probably really desperately want. So that's all for today. Make sure you stick around, because make sure that you hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It really allows me to do more and more and more of these and give you all of my advice, because I want to help you achieve what I have done. And it's honestly one of the most rewarding things that I've started doing, is helping other creatives and other artists reach their artistic goals. So thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe, make sure you like, and please leave me a comment and let me know where you are from. See you next time. Have a positive day.